Finally found a book on my shelf. Hello, I'm William Gallagher, and this is 58 Keys Script Club. It's a book club, except it's about scripts. I try to make it about one script. I fail quite often, really. But normally it should be easy, because when you and I talk about film screenplays, well, it's just one film, isn't it? A little harder when it's TV ones, because they tend to be in series. And this is one of the hard ones, because it's the show Inside Number 9 by Rhys Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton. All of it. 9 series, 55 episodes, every one of them completely different and self-contained. Yeah, you saw me say there. Linked only officially by the fact that number 9 features somewhere. So house number 9, table number 9, every possible use of the 9, and it's all tenuous, 9-uous, but so what? Although, actually, just now I had to look up how many episodes there were, and along the way, I found out that there's actually another thing that links it, as well as the 2 writers starring most of them as well. But there's also something else that links the stories in this anthology, because apparently, if you look extremely closely, every episode features a little statue of a hare. I didn't spot it once. Mind you, I mean, in my own defence, I think I've seen fewer than half of the episodes. It ran for about 10 years, from 2014, and over that time I've kind of dipped in and out quite a lot. But the thing is, I've read them all. And this is now quite rare case of a TV series where the script to every episode has been published. Because usually what happens is, at most, a few scripts come out. I mean, if any of them do, they come out in book form, and they don't tend to sell very well, because how many writers read? Yeah. So no more are following. Or actually, I can think of one case where a first series came out, but then there was a rights dispute, and that stopped other episodes being published. I mean, normally I don't care that much, except I do. And I don't. Right behind you, where I finally managed to find this, I have a script shelf, a shelf full of script books, and I love them all. There are ones there that I have read and reread so many times over the years. But since the internet became a real thing, script books have become much rarer, because online copies of the scripts are so much more... well, are they? This is a weird one to say. I don't know that we are now more likely to get to read a particular film or show script than we were, but we are spoilt for how many hundreds of thousands of scripts and screenplays are online. The market for script books, particularly people like me who buy those books to read the scripts, is now better served, overwhelmingly better served, by the internet. Do you know, that did sound a bit weird, didn't it? People like me who buy script books to read the scripts. I mean, who else? Yeah. Thing is, this is an exception. Usually script books, they're not marketed as script books. They're packaged to tie in with the film or the TV show. They're pre-written books that can be coffee table ones. They are not even really meant to be read. Or they might be behind the scenes of the show, padded out with the script for a bit. The published scripts to Inside Number 9 aren't like that. They get introductions from the writers, but otherwise they are as close to pure scripts as they can be. I mean, they're laid out a little differently, I mean quite a bit differently from how they were written, how the scripts were originally used in the production, because you got to fit them on. I think they're edited as well. I get that impression, but if so, not much. It's not like there's half a page of script with a massive pull quote and a photograph of the star saying how brilliant their performances are. Instead, it's page after page, a script published in, this is the second one. There are 3 paperback volumes. I do have the others somewhere. Links for each of these are in the show description, and there are actually 5 Inside Number 9 scripts that have been made available online by the BBC. They're right there waiting for you on the BBC's immensely superb online script library, including Series 1, Episode 2, A Quiet Night In. The book version calls it Silent Night, which I presume was the original a working title. But anyway, I want to pick this one out from all 55 because it actually, reading it on the page, made me lightheaded. And not to take a pixel away from the performances and the production design and the direction of Inside Number 9, but all of these scripts work perfectly, impeccably, amazingly right there on the page, and it is actually right there on the page that I first came to A Quiet Night In. Very briefly, it's about an attempted robbery of a rich man's house, and specifically the attempted theft of, well, I suppose you call it a painting, a thing that's quite a large canvas in a frame, but it is entirely white. That's been done before. That's like the stage play Art by Yasima Rosa, which is also excellent. And actually, in both cases, we are supposed to see it as funny that everyone is concerned and chasing about after this totally blank canvas, but I kind of get it. I actually rather like it. I'd buy that painting. Anyway, two thieves are after a painting in A Quiet Night In, and inside the house, a rich man's partner is clearly about to leave him. And there's just no way to recount this plot. So I'm not fully sure why I started, but let me do the light-headed bit, okay, because that's what's on my mind. There is this one scene with a dog. It made me laugh on the page so much that it made me lightheaded. I had to put the book away. Not an expression, and actually faintly scary when it was happening. But it happened because of how much I was laughing as I read this thing. So I could just say, off you pop and go read the scripts. Go read all of the scripts, which actually I suppose I really should say I am saying. Also, I should say the scripts range from that funny to extraordinarily serious and actually profoundly upsetting. But there is this one more thing to say. A Quiet Night In is almost wordless. I'm totally driven by dialogue, and for all that I read a lot of scripts because they're dialogue, I tend to avoid film ones from the 1960s because the description is so verbose for it. And yet here I am, totally engrossed in a script of about 6,000 words, the extreme majority of which are stage directions. Scripts are blueprints for the show or the film that follows. They do not need to be anything more than functional, but this one is. The best scripts are. The best script writers are. And inside number 9 is an extraordinary collection of some of the just absolute best television scripts I think I've ever read. Listen, I'll put links to the 5 online ones in the description, but do also buy other books. I mean, I found it on the shelves to show you. Look at that. All 3 volumes are linked in there too. And in the meantime, that's it for this 58 Keys Script Club. Thanks for watching this. You know, I love that I get to enthuse about scripts. Yeah, I thought it was just me, but we get to talk. But we also need to write more because we are writers. So take care of yourself, write more, and I'll see you soon.